I've been arrested before, you can tell, and I got arrested for weed, and I remember when I got in front of the judge, he gave me some options, because I was white then, too. And, I mean, it's fucked up, but we all know how it works. And he literally said, your options are either a year of probation or jail. And I was like, how long's jail? And he was like, okay. And he turned a page. I guess a lot of people don't pick that one. And he goes, since this is your first offense, you can either go to jail for 1 month or you can go to jail for 3 months, but you only go on the weekend. I did not know that was a thing you could do. I had no idea that some people are just doing all their jail all at once and some people are just kind of clocking in and out of there. That's insane. How are you even going to explain that to people if you do that? You're just at work on Friday. They're like, hey, we're all going out after this. You want to come with? You're like, nah, I don't think I'm going to make it. I got to go to jail. They're like, jail? What, for a long time? You're like, no, I'll be back Monday. I just got to clock in for my shift real quick. Down at jail. Plus, I don't know how much A&E you guys watch, but being in jail is all about alliances. Alliances are the most important part of jail. And nothing is going to ruin those jail alliances you made that first Friday. Faster than when that Sunday rolls around and it's time to get picked up. You've just been in there all weekend just playing spades with your new buddies. Then finally 6 p.m. on Sunday rolls up and you got to be like, well, my mom's here. I got to go. Yeah, no, I'm one of the people who gets to just go home. I'm sure you won't beat the shit out of me when I come back. Don't worry, I'll come back with all the stuff you want shoved up my ass or whatever. So I was just like, you know what? Probation will be fine, I think. Anybody here ever been on probation before? Yeah. My friends, hell yeah. Let's go, dude, represent. Probation sucks, because I was on probation in Georgia, and they used to have a show about being on probation in Georgia. It was called The Dukes of Hazzard. And my experience was nothing like that at all. There were no wacky, racist car chases with banjo music or anything like that. It was really just a lot of us sitting at the probation office making fun of Jerry Springer, as if we're not the people who would be on that show if given the opportunity. They always do something on Jerry Springer that really annoyed me, is they'll have an exclamation followed by a description of what the episode is. And it's always way too much. It'll be like, oops, this 12-year-old can't stop sucking dick. You're like, oops? That is not an oops. I feel like that is a yikes. Or at the very least, it's an uh-oh. Being on probation sucks, though, because they drug test you, and you can't do the thing you got in trouble for. That is the worst part about it. And I remember one of my friends, I was like, dude, I can't smoke weed anymore. What am I going to do? Just, be alive? Fuck that shit. What do I do? And he's like, you should just try acid, because that only shows up on Spinal Taps, and they don't have those at the probation office. And I was like, yeah, that'll be the same. So I tried acid, and I had a doctor's appointment that day, and I went. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have ever had blood drawn when you're on LSD, but I do not recommend it. You feel all of that shit. The needle just goes in, and you just feel the life being sucked out of you. And the lady doing it had adult braces, and it was really freaking me out. It was too much, just with the acid and the braces. I couldn't handle it. She's like, I'm just gonna suck out some of the blood now. I'm like, oh my God. So I just look at the wall away from her and her scary braces, and I notice there's all this Christian shit on the wall, like crosses and stuff like that, a lot of them. And at that point, I was like, I don't think I want a Christian doctor. I want you to know all of the science. Not just what they let you know. It's nothing against Christians either. It's just if you fuck up and I die, I don't want you being like, oh, he's in a better place. No. This is the better place, for sure. The whole time they're just like, I'll pray for you. I'm like, yeah, I think antibiotics will fix it, but whatever makes you feel better. I feel like antibiotics really are the thoughts and prayers of the medicine community, you know? People are so quick to offer them and they don't really work. That's basically what I'm saying. I don't want any of that, though. I just want an atheist doctor who just comes in there just chugging stem cells like it's a 5-hour energy. That seems like the kind of person I can trust. You don't have to awe. If you awed at that, you're going to really hate this. This is 100% true. At the end of that checkup, they ask you like a questionnaire, which is like pretty easy if you're not tripping your balls off on acid. But I was having some difficulty with it. And the last question that they ask you is, have you ever contemplated suicide? To which I responded, all the fucking time, yeah. That's like all I think about. And this lady was like, what? And have you ever had a moment where you realize how normal you aren't? That was that moment for me. I was like, I thought everybody wants to kill themselves. Have you never had a job before? That's all it is. Your coworker comes in, hey, how are you? You're like, I want to kill myself, blah. And then they laugh, and you both really mean it, though. I thought everybody did that shit. It's true, though. I was definitely feeling suicidal at one point, and I reached out to my roommate at the time. Let me preface this by saying, don't ask anybody named Devin for advice on anything mental health related. I'm gonna just start with that. Great guy, not good advice in the moment. I was just like, dude, like, I don't know, man. I'm in a dark place. Like, I just want to do it, man. I just want to end this. And he just goes, you're not gonna do it. Just like that. He goes, you're not gonna do it. And I was like, what? Why? He goes, because you're a pussy, Will. Look, if you were going to do it, you would have did that shit already. So don't make me feel bad about some shit you and I both know you're not going to do. If you want to do it, just go do it. And it worked. And I was just thinking, of all the ways to talk your friend off a ledge, why the fuck would you go with reverse psychology? That seems so incredibly risky. He thinks I'm just gonna be in my room with a gun, like, that's it, I can't do it. No, this is exactly what Devin wants me to think. Fuck that. Gotta be right about everything. What I'm saying is, it's important to leave your hometown. Do you guys agree with me? Yeah. Even if it's not like very far or even for very long, you just gotta get out of there so you don't get stuck in the current of people who stay. Because even if it's not that bad, I still find a way to be depressed about it. Like what I'll always see on Facebook now, all the Woodstock people, it's always different people, but the same picture every time. It'll be a guy and girl that I went to high school with, and the girl looks super happy, and the guy just looks defeated. And the caption always says, so proud of my man for getting baptized today. And you can tell just from looking at the picture that this dude is on his very last strike with her. He's like, I don't know, dude. I tried giving her money. I ate her pussy more. Jesus, I guess, is what we're doing. He just has to reset the shot clock in the only way he knows how. It's just some goofy drug dealer looking dude with like a hot girl. It's like the only way he can do it. And it doesn't bother me that he's getting baptized. It just bothers me that you can tell they don't mean it. Because they never match as a couple, ever. The girl's always beautiful. She looks like she should be in like the second half of an allergy commercial. You know, where they peel the thing away and the colors are all bright again? She looks amazing. She looks like she should be on a wood swing in slow motion. That's what she looks like. The guy always looks terrible, though. He's always got like a neck tattoo, but then like a collared shirt over it to like show he's trying to put the past behind him, you know? They all just look like child stars that did not make it as adults. Just some beautiful girl and some guy that looks like things took a hard left after iCarly got canceled. Cherokee County was weird. I went to high school there, and I had this math teacher, and he looked and sounded exactly like a King of the Hill character. Like if Mike Judge drew a gopher with a UGA polo and khakis, that was this guy. The name of the class was called Advanced Mathematical Decision Making, which I feel like is how you know you're dumb. I have never made an advanced mathematical decision in my life that did not involve like weed or bitcoins or something stupid. Plus, I just feel like the more words the class you're in has, the dumber of a person you are. Like if you're in like English, American Lit, you're doing great. But if they put you in like Intro to the Construction of Language Sentences, you're probably a very stupid person. That's like one of those classes that has the two teachers in it, you know? Where you and your friends got to figure out which one of you has Asperger's, that class. But like, you're too dumb to realize the Asperger's people are smart and would not be in that class with you. They're building like a real space shuttle out of Bionicle pieces. And you're just in there being like, his Polo has 2 horses, what a bitch, dude. No wonder we're all stupid. High school was weird. I feel like high school movies always get something very wrong. They always act like cool people have the most sex. I don't think that's true. At my high school, like all the jocks, all the cool kids, they were all super religious, so they were not banging each other. The kids who were going hard were the band kids. Those godless band kids. Every time. Because like, a jock's not gonna hook up with a cheerleader because he's scared God might tear his ACL or something. But meanwhile, that trombone player has been getting his dick sucked by the girl with the tail clipped onto her pants since like the 7th grade. But because they have blue hair and Reptar t-shirts, all of us as a whole school don't give them any credit. I hope they change that. Because I remember they would come into the cafeteria and be like, we had sex on the football field. And people are like, why are you telling us this? No, this is high school. We only care about hot people sex right now. You have your little Nightmare Before Christmas orgies somewhere else. You are scaring us. My school had a tail girl. I remember one day everybody was making fun of her, and I felt bad because I was doing it too. And I wanted people to like me, all right? I'm sorry. But we were making fun of her and her stupid fucking tail. And finally, she fired back. She was just like, you know what? You guys talk all this shit, but let me tell you something. None of you could handle me if you had me. And everybody laughed at her, but I just remembered thinking, I believe you. There's no way we could handle whatever it is you're putting down. Not a chance.